Welcome to the ASMR stream, I guess.
We are.
Okay.
Damn it! Those claw chips really went through me very fast.
Cord is demoted.
Kick him out!
He's he's not even a Padawan now. He's expelled.
I'm no longer a Padawan, so I'm now the temple sous chef.
No, he's just a pad.
No.
Instead of a Padawan, he's a
that's
Pad Zero.
Okay, that was a terrible joke. Peak has now been removed from the resistance.
Ket says, I always wanted an Elena for for my birthday.
The only one that keeps his position is Jawain and the crazy murder hobo. Perfect.
Anyway, should we start the actual episode and get rid of all these terrible jokes?
Yes. Yes, please. So, last time the party survived somehow,
You're welcome.
like Palpatine,
You're welcome.
just like Palpatine.
Yes, you're welcome.
So, picking up from where we left previous time.
Search the computer now!
There are two people that are that have their that they are conscious right now, and this is Brindor and Elena. And the whole first floor of this base is pretty much strewn with destruction and bloodshed. Still, you haven't explored the entire area, nor the second floor, of course. But from the sound of it, you're fairly certain that everyone that was inside the building has already
Died.
joined the fight. So it seems that you don't have to worry about people inside the building, but rather outside of it, at least for now.
I sense a disturbance in the force. It's as if the GM has taken pity on us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, what are you going to do?
It's just to lull you into a false sense of security. The crits will be coming.
There's so little of you. What are you going to do? So, Brindor and Elena. You have an unconscious Nar, an unconscious Jawain, a dead Zygerian.
A lot of dead people, actually.
Yes.
When you think about it.
Yes, yes.
Why is the dead Zygerian plot relevant?
I don't know.
I think he's trying to convince you to like mutilate the body and get yourself some dark points again.
No, it's fine. I'll
Yes.
just cry. I'll just cry until I get rid of them.
Do it.
Another 3 months with Elena as.
And I'm then crying until she gets rid of the dark side points.
Why would you leave me alone?
The Earth crybaby has awoken.
So, what do you want to do?
First thing Glen's going to do is scoop Dwayne up into her arms to make sure he's comfortable and not on the cold floor. Secondly, she's going to touch the Brindor and say, "It seems everyone outside is currently busy. If we want to check out the area for any information, now's the only chance."
Alright, let's sneak around and see what we've got there. What we've got in here. Any idea what we're looking for in here?
since it is the base, you are
The
expecting to find some
communications.
kind of yes, of general communications. You might be able to do something with the defense systems, the base as well, maybe. But there is one peculiar thing about this. The first floor doesn't look like a military base at all.
It looks like a cantina.
Yes,
Yep.
you can also see that on the main stage, there is a pair of chains there.
Oh, it's
It
that
is
kind of cantina.
humanoids. It is humanoid sized chains. Nothing
It's that kind of
huge or
cantina.
monstrous.
Oh
Who
dear.
knows?
I don't like those chains.
Alright, so let's go looking for clues, gang.
Does the so does the
Ruby dooby
Zygerian
doo.
does the Zygerian or the Kilt have anything on her apart from the whip and the blaster?
Roll some things, I guess.
I guess perception would be in
You
order.
have perception checks, or let me see. Yes, perception checks for beginners, and we'll see from there.
Alright, what if we're intermediates?
If you're intermediate, you could roll investigation if that was a thing in Saga Edition, but it is not.
Mhm.
So
Who's this Pika clone guy that I'm standing with right now?
you don't know.
Just this. This
It's
just.
one of the clones that survived.
Oh, I know you, Pika
Yeah.
clone. You were with Captain Forder when you rescued me when I was a child.
Mhm.
Why did I not
You
recognize
know,
you?
it's amazing that I'm better at staying in character than you are for this.
Um,
Anyway,
so with a 27, you do find a few things on the bodies. The Zygerrian has the datapad on here, a comlink, uh, the weapons if you want to keep them.
why?
I don't know.
I might
They
take
are
the whip.
they are nice
I
weapons.
might be tempted to take the whip as a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge present for Data, but other than that, not really.
They are really nice weapons.
Mhm.
I
I,
do mean it.
I guess I can give the blaster to Neo.
You can see that the blaster is actually an accession gun, which means it also has incorporated come on synthrope, so that you can easily get to elevated places
Hmm.
using the rope and the embedded mechanism of the gun. The whip is pretty much an electro wipe. You already saw what it can do. Um, that's about it about the Zygerian. Now, on the commander of on the Black Sun commander, you find another datapad. That is, it seems that it was being in use during your attack, and it's not locked right now, like the one that Zygerian had. These are the clues that you find in this area.
Alright,
It,
I'm gonna point them out to my Jedi friends so that they can know what we're looking at.
oh, with perception 27, you also hear a small. You're not entirely sure, but uh, You think that you heard a very faint sound coming from this area.
Sorry, for which area? I did see
This
it
one.
on. Okay,
Back
that top
there.
area. All right, let's go investigate that.
Okay.
Okay. There's a pair of doors there. It seems to be locked.
All right, I think we barge in without looking, and then just get gunned down because we have no HP.
You already know that a guard came out of there, so chances are he has some kind of card key to open it.
We probably searched them, so we probably got the car key at this point.
All right, I'm gonna stealthily open the door. Don't ask how it works; it just does.
So you open the door and you are greeted with a very strange sight. Uh, you open the door and you find people. People that are chained up in there. Uh, they seem
Yep.
to be not in a very good condition. Two of them at least seem to be in a better condition than the rest. The majority of them seems to be a little bit beaten up. Um, but yes, they don't seem like soldiers. They don't seem like civilians either. Uh,
Way to make me feel better about this.
Sorry, you said some words, and it made me.
oh God.
Way to feel like it. Way to make me feel. Let her feel better for that egregious hashtag murder she made last session.
Oh no, no.
This is something completely different, Gord.
I know. I know.
It's much better and much, much worse.
Yes, it's both of these two things. So yeah, they all seem to be rather young in age, and by young I mean the older person there seems to be a human around late 20s at most.
Oh Jesus! The oldest guy's younger than as about as younger, a little bit younger than Alana. Jeez.
Yeah.
Elena, it's your people.
And it seems that they are looking at you, but they're not doing anything else. They are not shouting. You can see that they don't have any kind of muzzle or anything. They just have some chains on their hands, and that's it.
Oh my force.
All right, so we're releasing these people, right?
Yeah, once Wedge clears the area, we're getting these folks out of here. This is despicable.
Okay.
Mhm.
You see that they're just looking at you. Roll a perception check.
Oh, by the way, did we recover our minuses, or are we still in effect at the moment?
Your what?
Do we recover our condition, or is it still at minus at the moment?
We should recover their condition because it's a new. We're out of combat.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. After some time, yes, you catch your breath. You know.
I rolled a 2.
Ah, perfect.
I'm back to beginner level. I'm out of intermediate.
Let me take this one, Pika. Let me do something.
Yeah. Brintor, yeah, you take a look inside, you see that they have changed. You're like, okay, some kind of
It's an
I don't even know what.
it's an
Uh,
unchained melody. It's not a problem for me. It's an unchained melody.
yes, you're more focused on
Damn it!
more
I was supposed to
pressing.
do that joke.
You're more focused on more pressing matters at this instant. Elena, you take a good look at them. They seem to be expecting something of you, but they're not really saying anything. And they seem weirdly calm.
So, how many drugs are they on?
All
Good
of
question.
them. They seem to be on
So,
all the drugs.
just to make this a little bit quicker,
Mhm.
I want a last perception check from you, Brinder, mainly because you have the use computer skills and stuff.
Can you use computer on the slaves?
I'll hack
No, no.
into their programming.
Hack into their brains.
Okay. Uh, so, on the floor above you, you quickly find the control center. Uh, the second floor actually seems like
Base.
yes, it looks much more like a base rather than
Okay,
the first
so
one.
make a use computer check, I'm guessing.
Make a use computer check to
Okay,
see.
I like tap on keys randomly to try to hack into the mainframe.
Okay. As you can see, it's not really locked or anything because they were in a hurry to get down. You find a lot of interesting info in there that it would be best if you keep it somewhere else and get a good look at it afterwards. And of course, you find some controls to actually, you know, fiddle around with the base a bit. You also find one of the megaphones there, so you can actually broadcast something in the entire base if you want to do that.
Attention all humans. Operation Sneaky Boom Boom has been successful. Please remain calm.
Sure.
Please consume the drugs that will be distributed to you shortly.
It's a cyanide pill.
We will
But
be
you're
sending to you.
taking
We will
that,
be
but you're not
sending to
telling
you
them.
your complimentary
No, it's
tadpole for all your cessation needs.
Oh
no.
god.
We're just handing out sugar pills and telling them it's hard drugs.
No, no, we should be sending them. We should be sending them Tic Tacs and calling it LSD. Take it all. Let it flow.
So, do you want to do anything with that, or are you, uh, or will
Oh.
you resume your previous position, hiding in there, hoping that nothing bad will happen? No one's going to come in and find you.
I think it's time to go back to hiding and hoping nothing bad comes to find me.
Okay.
So what's
So,
Nar doing?
He's
Dead.
he was left the last time. He was left on the floor, face down,
He
yes.
hasn't woken up yet?
Look,
with a firm grip on his sword. He still needs
You
first
regain
aid.
consciousness
Oh,
because you rolled about this.
oh, okay.
After, let me check. Yes. You rolled successfully.
by the
You're
way,
back.
I'm the one who failed
yeah,
because I rolled a
Yeah.
1.
you're the one who failed, but yet you're still with the party because Alena's kind of carrying you at
So
this point.
after a while, you regain consciousness. You shake your
I
head
give
a bit.
myself 1 life point.
You were
Mhm.
face down, ass up, because that's the way we do it near Kashyyyk.
Okay.
You see,
Mm,
you see the bodies around you. You can also see Jawain, but you can see,
mm,
the slow
mm,
breathing. So
yeah.
you make the assumption he's unconscious, not dead.
Yeah. Uh, you see that I don't know if the others hears it, but now begins to get up and says, "Ah, damn it!
I mean, I doubt.
What a coward bitch!" But I cannot blame her. I would also have done the same. while he's stretching his body.
Oh shoot. Briss,
He's
Yes.
Mr. Fantastic now? Oh my.
where's my lightsaber?
It's next to you.
There you go, Max.
No,
Max will now
he
know.
already had seen. He already had seen Elena's, and he seeing how they did similar training stuff like that. He guessed that they were two Jedi's already. No, that was the conclusion. I was going to make him reach for if he had not been completely stupid when he first saw the
Now, as long
lightsaber.
as
But the moment
Nard
he saw Elena's,
doesn't,
he made both.
well, as long as Nard doesn't tell Wedge, we should be fine.
And
Oh, he will tell which. He trusts him.
so now as you're getting up
Mm.
and you
Mhm.
feel the pain
And
all over your
stretching his
body.
body, yeah,
Yes,
for
and
the
as you're
body for
doing
the
your
pain in the back.
stretches and stuff like that, you feel your comlink.
Hmm.
You feel that your comlink is vibrating. It's of course not
Yeah,
making any sounds because of
immediately
the mission.
stops his stretching the moment he realizes vibrating, grabs it and says, "Yeah, watch."
And you hear you hear Wedge's voice saying, "Where in the moons of Corellia are you guys?"
you you hear him saying, "Sorry, buddy. I went down in the last battle. Some Sargarian bitch struck me when I was getting up from being struck down by another guy. Don't worry, we got this
Damn
under
it,
control from what I'm seeing."
you're having fun in there with the ladies, and I'm here taking all the blows from these turrets. Thankfully, I was able to destroy one of them, but the second I can't get closer. But
Okay.
but I see less movement from them.
What do you need us to do? I may be a bit out of it, but we can probably see if we can do something at least.
You hear his
Mhm.
professional voice saying,
Mhm.
"Did you take over the base, the command center?"
Neo, sorry, Nar looks around. Does he sees Elena?
Yes, you can see Elena looking at
Mhm.
inside an open door,
Mhm.
but you don't have a visual from where you are.
Yeah,
On what
Nar
exactly
doesn't
is
try to.
happening inside, you can see
Nar
some
doesn't
kind of.
try to move yet. He
Yeah.
knows he's not at full strength, so he's is just standing there trying to relax because he knows moving right now will be pointless. And he shouts at her, "Is the base under control?"
Do
Oh
I?
no, Elena took the drugs as well.
No.
Yes.
Did I hear that?
He shouted to you from
I
where he
mean,
is.
unless you are deaf for some reason.
Well, Elena will say, "Well, Brindle's in the command center, so I assume we have."
Brinder is in the command center.
No, I came back to hide behind the door.
Yes. So at this point, Brinder shows up
And by hide, I mean like I'm just like
under
sitting
a
like back
table.
against the door. I'm just like, ah, I'm so sore. Ugh.
He tells which Brinder is on the command center. Mirs.
Yes.
He tells which the Brinder is in the command center, like saying,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
And then he says, "Okay. Maybe make that clear to them. I guess."
Sure thing. Hey, Jedi! He just told enough.
Fuck. What?
Oh
Go
damn
to
it!
the command center and tell the other idiot that he should probably make sure that Wedge isn't killed because we still have things to do for this operation to be successful.
I'll do that, but you have to come see what you have to come see this first. Can't tell you not to come to her while she's yelling at Brindle to shut down the turrets.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't understood.
She's gonna tell Brindle. First, she'll say to Brindle, "Shut down the turrets," would you? Before motioning to Nar to come to see what she's looking at. It may complicate things. I think.
Okay, I'll move
Okay.
to shut down the turrets then.
Nar slowly advance there because he doesn't want to
Alright, how
overextend
many
his
computer
body.
spikes do I need for this, even though I have none?
Oh God.
There haven't been any computer spikes in the past long forever. I can't actually hack into anything.
So, well, Mir's decides that the moment Nar sees that says, yeah, sadly I'm not surprised. He says that Nar puts himself over his back against a wall and says, all we can do now is first get rid of our business and then we can just read them and let them decide what they will do. Hopefully not try to kill us. I know a few that have tried that too.
Well, can you
Okay.
blame him after what they've been through?
So,
No, just saying it because it's like I'm a warrior. I'm not someone that likes to just kill civilians or people desperate and don't understand the situation they are into. If I kill someone, if I fight someone, I prefer to do it someone that understands what they're doing. It's just not fun.
Killing without purpose is always unfun.
And that says, yeah, could we consider that? But that's the thing about war. Purpose or not, right or not. It's not about just that. It's never just that.
so Brindor, um, you're in front of the controls.
Okay.
A computer check to see if you're actually successful. Okay. Uh, you're not completely successful in shutting down the turret, but it is made clear that there is some kind of interference with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, after a while, you start hearing voices outside.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see the rolls. Okay, there it is. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
perfect. After a few minutes, you can
Mm-hmm.
hear some engines starting, and after a bit, silent.
The moment the engines are far, we stop hearing the noise of the engines. Nurse say, so they got what they wanted, or we were too much trouble that it was not worth it anymore. Beat them more on the first.
And after a bit, you hear something else approaching. Uh,
And
and
now you see Nard smile because he probably recognizes that song, that noise.
yes, and you do see a wedge after a while barging in,
Mm-hmm.
looking around with a small smile, not a smile of amusement, but rather of yeah, we rather managed here, and he's
Nara that says we have prisoners here the moment he sees him, and that's a sign to the door that they are
okay.
around. Mhm.
He goes next to the door, winks at Elena, and looks inside.
And then just sighs and just goes, oh, "For fuck's sake!" Not audibly, but in her mind, she's like, "Oh God, not again."
Yeah. He looks inside and he says, "Oh wow, they look more stoned than the guys down in the underworld of the capital." Hmm.
Time to distribute more drugs.
Nara that says it's a typical way to help them calm.
Yeah, don't let them don't let them get close to my mech. And
I mean, hope they get out of here is their problem.
mhm. And
Our job is just treating them, more or
as
less.
he's leaving, he says, "Make sure that you get everything about everything that can be used as information from here." And there are a few vehicles outside that you can use that they were left.
Okay, Nara's not really for that kind of information, so he deals with, hey, wait for me. I'm going with you too.
Yeah, leave the real work to us.
I,
Thanks, Elena says sarcastically.
Nara that says, I'm sorry, do you want someone that doesn't know how to do investigation getting in your way? Too many cooks in one kitchen, it's not a good thing, lady. So, I'm good at slicing and cutting and hurting people. I know what I'm good for and what I'm not. Have a nice day finishing the job. Says that. No.
Elena just says, mumbles to herself, and as you leave, learn to take a job, guy. Learn to take a joke, guy.
Mhm.
To be fair, he is more in pain than anything. The fact that he's saying all this calm says a lot.
The fact that Elena is this
Let
calm
me
while also
see.
being in pain is also saying something. We all are in pain. Elena's the one who's been feeling it the most because she wasn't knocked out. Anyway, Brindle, she'll tell Brindle to try and get any more information from the terminal. She'll handle trying to get these change undone.
Mhm. Brinter, you don't need to do much more than what you have already done.
All right,
Uh,
open up the File Explorer, look for important documents here,
mhm,
copy paste it all into my USB stick,
exactly.
Yep.
So, Elena, what are you going to do with
and then I leave a file that's just a GIF of a
the
dancing
six?
Ewok.
Yeah. Elena, what are you gonna do with the six people inside? You can
Cleanse
see
them
there's
all.
yeah, there it's actually pretty even. It's three males, three females. It seems that two of them are humans. One of them is a Twi'lek. Uh, uh, there is one Beef as well,
I didn't bring
and
your trombone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist the joke. Continue.
let me see what else is left. Oh, and where are you? Damn it! My notes.
Is one of them the buffers? Is one of them a buffer so we can make the joke of Elena finally found the one buffin who didn't die for this information?
No, I don't. No, it's not a Bothan.
Damn it! All the
Of
buffins are
that,
still dead.
of that, I'm certain.
All the boffins are still dead. What is this world coming to?
Ah, there it is. There you are, damn you. The other one is an Elomin. If you know what that is or not.
That's 5 of them. What's the 6th one? We've got 2 humans, a Twi'lek, an Elomin, a Biff. What's the 6th one?
Oh, yeah, two Elomins.
Okay. Now, what to do with these guys? Set them free, obviously, but Is it really safe just to let them wander aimlessly? We need to find some way to. Hey, Brindle,
Elena is
do you
What?
know
actually talking to herself.
do you know anyone in the Republic who can get these guys some help?
I mean, I know people who can put them in like armed units. I don't know if that's help. I know some, combat doctors, but that's probably not the best.
Elena's
Do you
toiling
not
up.
have Jedi healers, or do you only heal Jedi?
I mean, we do have people among the Jedi who can help them, but it's a case of are we going to get them there safely? That's the problem. They need transportation. They need transportation to Osis before we can do anything about it.
I mean, we came here in a ship, no?
We
A
don't have,
ship designed to transport like 20 plus people.
but we. But the issue is, are we going straight back to Osis? Don't we have another job to go to before we do anything? The people that travel with us is not going to be that pleasant in regards to maybe to potential diversions. Let's be honest.
I mean, I don't know anyone on this planet, so I don't really know what you expect me to do that you can't do also.
I'm not expecting you to do anything I can't do. I'm just seeing. I'm just seeing if we've got any faster options than the ones we already have. And it looks like we don't.
Yeah, I'd say that's correct.
We'll have to discuss with the others to make a detour to Osis for to get these guys some medical help. That's the only thing I can think of. Help me free these guys. Let's get them out of here, and we'll discuss with the others when we get back to the ship.
Okay, so you approach them to get the handcuffs off.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
Elena's gonna go slowly to make sure she doesn't look like she's to make sure she's non-threatening as possible.
They don't seem threatened. They are just looking expectantly, as if they are waiting for something.
I think they
So
want you to give them more drugs.
you approach the first one, and what do you do?
While looking at them cautiously, I'm gonna slowly reach to try and undo the chain, see if he reacts.
Okay. You see that the one that you approach lifts his hands to make your work easier.
Okay.
So once you're done with the first one, just remain seated,
I've then
waiting.
I removed the chains of the others.
Okay, and once you do, uh, they it's they look each other, and that's pretty much it.
Elena will say to all of them in a not a commanding voice, but more of a more sympathetic voice, saying, "You're free to do as you wish, but should you should you wish it, we have a ship to take you somewhere where you can get some help."
You can see that they look at each other again with a small confusion slash question each other, and you see that one of the humans says, "Well, we are here to serve, so I don't know what we're going to do on our own, I guess."
No. You don't need to serve anyone anymore. You have your own lives. Your lives are your own. I cannot command you to do anything. If
The
you
confusion remains. It's as if you are saying something to a kid that doesn't understand. Doesn't grasp you know.
what do you want to do? Not use the entity.
Uh, we want to be helpful,
There are ways
and
to.
you see that the others nod. Well, the Bith says, I have some memory. I don't really know, but there's some blanks in my memory.
If you want, you can come with me and my friends on our ship, and I can take you somewhere where we can help you. We can help you find those memories again.
Okay.
And
And you see that all of them pretty much get up and they say, "Can we go as well?"
Elena just looks at them all and says, "You're all welcome. Just give me a minute. I need to do something real quick." Elena will look at Brindle, say to ask him to keep an eye on him while she makes a call to the Jedi Temple to let them know the situation.
Okay, will do.
And then Elena will immediately contact Luke.
Okay, you will need to get back to your ship for this to work. Your comlinks are not.
When we get back to the ship,
Yeah.
Elena will immediately contact Luke. For
Okay.
now, Elena will look at Brindle and say, "I'll grab Dwayne. Let's get these guys back to the ship. We can figure out something there." All I know is I need to
Right.
take these guys to Ursus.
Mm-hmm. With all that, an hour passes. Jawain, you roll again a Constitution check.
Let's see.
All right.
Oh
Failed
God.
again. What now? A day has to pass, and I need surgery.
Now
Wait,
you
no, I
will.
don't because it's just condition. It's not
Yes.
actually. I'm not. It's not injury. It's condition.
Yes.
That I'm down for. So it's just another hour.
Exactly.
Basically, it's a case of Elena's
You're
gonna have
not
to.
in danger for.
I'm not gonna die.
No, it's
Yes.
just
No.
You're just sleeping.
I'm just
You're
sleeping for a
sleeping it
very
off.
long time.
You're just sleeping it off.
yeah. It's just a case
I mean,
of
I did fall to condition twice, so
yeah.
He's having his nappy time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a case of Elena
My
having.
no. Here's what's happening. My inner morale is going down because the last time we had a fight that tough, I went down that time too, and I didn't get to see the end of the fight.
And again, at the end of that fight, is because Elena chokeslammed the boss. She did that again.
So you gather everyone and you
Elena,
start heading back.
yeah, Elena's gonna be carrying Dwayne like a sleeping newborn again.
Okay. So you get back to the ship. Doesn't seem you get much trouble. Wedge says that, well, what stragglers were left, they just packed up and left pretty much. Seem to be working for the Black Suns.
I'm not surprised.
That nurse say, I mean, we did cut down a lot of Black Sun soldiers. Kind of a given.
Elena will just look at Wedge in a kind of curious look and just say, well, before we do anything more about that, looking at the slaves that she found in the base, we might have to make a slight detour.
They don't seem to be slaves exactly. It's weird. The best way to put it.
Yeah, this is
Huh.
weird. You mind if I make a quick detour in our mission? It's kind of important.
You see that Nar looks at them and says, huh. So it's one step beyond the usual mess up stuff.
There's only one way I can
So,
think of that this could be fixed, and then it's just explaining.
you get back to the ship, you make the preparations, and then you can contact with the wider galaxy now.
Yeah, Elena's gonna place Joanne in the medical bay, make sure Brindor and Nara are getting seen to at that point with a medical droid as well, and then she's going to immediately.
Wait, we have a medical droid here?
No, but you do have an
Exactly.
Artemis.
Exactly.
Mr. Rex, start patching these together like a fighter jet.
You do
Right,
have a med area though.
yeah, she's gonna make sure
you
Joanne.
see that Nar he's going to take his time, but he's going to check out Jawin's condition to see
Okay.
how bad he is, because he should have woken up by this point, from what
You
he
can see that.
remembers.
Yeah, you can see that he's.
I'd like to point out that my constitution is +1, so
You've just been rolling
Yeah.
really shit.
I have been.
Yeah, Jawin doesn't look like the toughest of guys, in contrary to what you've seen during the fight, because he was able to withstand a lot of punishment.
Yeah, and seeing that, he put it together some Jedi magic. Got it. That's why he's so resilient. That's what he thinks
Uh,
about that.
you see that Wedge takes his place on
Mhm.
the co-pilot position,
He's holding down the self-destruct
leaning back,
button as he should be.
and then he says, "I think it's time for us to get out of here and also check on what we found."
Agreed. But Elena will say, just make a
Mm.
just make a quick detour to Osas for me. Something came up in that base we need to get solved. I don't think. I mean, she's looking at the people that they took with them. I don't think carrying these guys with us to our next mission area is a safe idea.
Okay.
But she's saying it in
Um.
a professional voice.
Mhm. So, as you are slowly taking off,
He doesn't notice that Jawan needs anything for getting back
um,
up well,
He
or
just needs some rest and fluids.
exactly. If he gets
okay,
a good
just
rest, he should be back on
okay.
his feet. He doesn't seem to be in need of.
Nar makes sure to tell this to the rest of the people
Mhm.
that Jawan, is close to,
Good.
and then proceeds to go meditating for the rest of this day.
Okay.
Elena will.
So where are you going to stay exactly? Because all the six newcomers, well, they just sit next to each other on one side. And...
Nar just has no problem. He already had no problem sleeping anywhere. Just having a place to sleep is enough. So he's just going to be sleeping in the same place where he's meditating right now.
Okay. So whoever is closest, you see that the Twi'lek says, "Can we help with anything?"
Nar that upper she says and the Twi'lek says, "You can do whatever you want." Now it's a hard concept to get when they mess up your brain so bad, but you can help around here in the ship if you want. You can just stand there. Just make sure that you eat and drink when we bring you food. And closes his eye again and goes back to meditating.
After a little bit of time passes, Elena will contact the Jedi Temple.
Okay.
She still isn't getting medical attention because she kind of wants to get this covered and sorted out before she does anything.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Well, you make contact, so
Elena kind of
they
leans
are
on the
aware of the situation.
yeah. Elena will describe in detail to Luke exactly what she encountered in that area.
Okay. Uh, he says that, yeah, I think coming here first is preferable.
Can't remember her name, but I'm not going to say it. So Elena's going to mention that Mon Calamari Master may be of some help with these people and describing what the
Mhm.
Biff told her about having a haze of memory, but feeling like it's been ripped away or something.
Okay. So, is someone going to take a look on the data you got or not yet?
For Nar, that's Wet's job. So Wet's job. So because he's the one that knows more how to handle mechanics, so he
I
just
would assume that
has his trust in that Wedge will do that
I would
when it's
assume that
necessary.
Brindor and Wedge are doing that while Elena's dealing with the passengers that we've picked up.
Okay. So,
Oh,
after.
by the way, something to say. After whatever conversation, when you come back from the cabin, with his eyes still closed, Nar says, "Now take care of your wounds before they truly become a big problem in the future."
Of course, unless there's passing, you're going to the medical room also to check
Hmm.
Dr. Wayne at the same time. I just had to take care of something
Hmm.
first.
And Neo that says, "And couldn't they wait?" Nara opening an eye. "From what I'm hearing, it was just talk about the situation that would have still been here if you had taken the time for that."
Some reports can't wait, Elena says as she walks into the medical room.
And Nara that says, "Fair enough. But if it comes at the cost of your health, then it can't be good." And closes his eyes again, giving the talk like finish.
So, Wayne, another constitution to see if you finally.
Awake.
I
Oh
mean, he
no.
was caught trying to cross the border.
Okay.
Oh!
There you go.
I'm
Oh,
so awake that I actually heard and saw everything that was going on around me that entire time.
no. Jawain had a dream about being a martial artist elf, and for some reason, the whole dream was related to what was happening on the ship since he has been unconscious. Like he was having an adventure with a dragon, some kind of humanoid dragon, another kind of bit weird creatures, and a human with a lot of anger issues.
Sounds incredibly unbelievable. No story like that could ever be told. You're
Yeah.
making
Nope.
things up.
And there's also this one weird elf that's never there but always heard. It's kind of creepy.
It's the crossover episode, I guess.
Basically, it'll be a
Uh,
case of you wake up and Elena's kind of cautiously, but she's kind of wincing at the same time, catching you, but it's going, whoa, easy, buddy, easy. You're all right.
so, um, as you're making your jump to hyperspace
Mhm.
and everything seems fine, Brindor and Wedge both have some time to actually get
Mhm.
an overview of the retrieved data.
Mhm.
So, you can see that this facility was used as a gathering place for people that were apparently given numbers and they don't seem to be slaves exactly. They seem to be they're literally referred to as assets, uh, and they need further examination and experimenting to see which ones are defective and which ones are not.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you can see a long list of different species, and it
Mm-hmm.
seems that with the Bith, for example, it is considered
They were Bithin classed.
yes, it's considered a rare success because the Bith brain is very uh, complicated.
You could
Number
say
one, and they don't have that much experience with Bith genome.
I guess you could say they had an
Mm-hmm.
epiphany. I'll let that slide.
And
Boo.
yeah, you can see that these people were experimented on for compliancy mainly.
Mm-hmm.
And from what you can see, it seems that it's somewhat working.
Somewhat. Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do find a lot of, well, you know, words in there and scientific uh, analysis that you're not, that it is not your expertise. It's not your field of expertise, so you're not exactly certain what the process is. But it seems it greatly involves tampering with one's genes and possible cloning process for better results.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing that you can see is that there is a destination. And there I won't use computer check
Okay.
from Brindor and Wedge, which I'm going to do because that is
Yeah, we don't
the
have
only one
wedge,
that
if I remember
we
correctly.
haven't done with stab, unfortunately.
Mm.
So stabs. No, let me. Oh God, I've become stab.
Perfect. The transformation is complete.
Well, there goes the theory about whether Risk, Cloud, and Stab were always the same person the entire time.
Yes, it's an AI.
They all came in through the flat stab entrance.
No, okay. Uh, Pika, do you want to roll as well, or you're
For
gonna leave it?
another
Use
computer
computer
check.
check.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. To see what you can pick up with the coordinates that you get.
Okay, so Stab is the one that's going to get it.
Yeah. I can't even beat your 31.
Mm-hmm. So, well, Wedge is
Mhm.
is making some frantic research in the galactic map. And you can clearly see that he's frustrated. You also share his frustration because he's like, damn it, it's like searching and something is not exactly right with these coordinates. And it seems that the coordinates are pointing to somewhere. Let me pick to somewhere here, but the exact spot of the galactic map has no entry.
To where? Because I didn't see it.
If it doesn't exist in the
Yeah.
Jedi archives, it's not real.
Yeah, you get
Yes.
you get
Suddenly, a lady appears
Saying that.
in a robe and says, "If it doesn't exist in our
a Force Ghost appears in front of Elena saying, "If it doesn't appear on our records, it does not exist." And then Elena's only reaction
it does not exist,"
Elena's
and then
reaction
turns around sass with sass and leaves.
Elena and then Elena just looks just a little bit annoyed and just says under her breath, "Master Voss warned me about you."
Uh,
That exactly.
wow, that's perfect.
So,
He told me you were such a bitch.
so you are done with the info you got. Well, it should be examined by someone that knows more about.
It should be examined by someone who actually has intelligence, but we're kind of short on those.
Yeah,
No, Pika, it's not.
Um,
It's not the D&D party when the people with the highest intelligence, were the sorcerer and the barbarian.
Yeah. Nor at least has a 10 in intelligence.
No joke. What class would intelligence actually benefit in this?
Wizard.
Really?
Just wizard, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not talking
Yeah,
about D&D.
wizard.
I'm talking about in Star Wars.
Oh,
Oh,
Star Wars.
It's Star
Whatever
Wars.
I was doing with Neo.
Okay, so Brindor is actually good at intelligence. He's got 18 intelligence.
an officer does actually wants to have a high intelligence score because a lot of
Knowledge,
things,
skill.
knowledge, skills,
Uh,
and
yeah.
talents that can be used might not might do get better with higher intelligence.
I think.
Everything
That
around
is
mechanics.
that is
Neo
one.
has
Honestly, I think the
19.
officer just wants tactics, which is an
Yeah.
int skill, but still.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's still if you go down the route of noble, if you start as a noble and get to officer, which means no fighting at all, just the buffs and everything else. Yeah,
Just telling
intelligence.
people what to do.
Yeah, intelligence and charisma are the most important things to get.
I mean,
Um,
honestly, when you have really good fighters already, having a turn where your fighters can move, your actual fighters can both move and attack again,
Yeah.
That's useful.
Yeah.
pretty nifty.
Mm-hmm.
and
We
the
have been
other
sorely missing the mood for the
Yeah.
previous fight.
and the
Yeah.
other two classes that benefit greatly, actually it's their main stat, is scoundrels that have a build like Neo that needs mechanics, or slicers.
Yep.
But
Interesting.
yeah. But other than that,
But that's
intelligence.
more. That's already more than D&D.
Yeah,
So that's very big progress.
Yep.
yeah. I mean, it's more of a subclass, not a class
Mhm.
per se that needs intelligence. Actually,
Maybe there's a reason there's so many problems in the Star Wars universe. No one actually needs to take int, so they don't.
you can also buy a droid to do that thing, to do
Yeah,
this work for
droids
you.
can do the smart
We've
thing.
established the true reason problems exist in Star Wars. It's the dump. It's the
It's the
dump stat of
droids.
the universe.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. The
The
Jedi.
AI. It's the future of the world. Too
The
much
Jedi
the
need to
AI.
focus on.
galaxy.
The Jedi and the smugglers only focus on charisma. The Wookiees of the galaxy only focus on strength. No one's bothered by intelligence at that point.
So, as you are moving, you can see that one of the older one, the human, uh, gets up. Nar, you are the closest one, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can see that he gets up and comes next to you and says, is it all right if I sit?"
Narchas nods at that, but
Okay.
Is it
you know
possible to sit when he's just an oval with a circle over it?
It is bigger. It is actually
Can I
possible.
shine your shoes, sir?
Mhm.
So, he sits
Mhm.
next to you and he says, "I don't think that the others remember this. I don't know exactly the stories. I can't say that I remember much, to be honest. Um, but I can say with certainty that they did something to us. I don't feel mad about it or anything, to be more of I don't know, it's a weird feeling, like missing something, but not exactly what."
There has been, just paying attention on that for a second. Ironically, compared to every other look you have seen the first second. He looks soft. He's looking kind of soft a little instead of just being, with his standard neutral face, and then comes back. Mhm.
And he says, "Yeah, I also remember that there were more people, not only the six of us. There were more people. I don't know where they are now. Some of them were moved before us, and I don't really know.
Do you care about that?
I I do, yes."
Then, how will I make you a deal? I'm a mercenary, to be honest. I
Okay.
don't work for free. So, make sure to take care of yourself to try to find this thing that you have lost and help those other five that are there. And I will make sure that while we are in track of this, we will find what happened to them. Cannot tell you if they're alive. Cannot promise you that I will save them and they will be alive or better or worse condition than you. I can promise you that we will find what happened to them. That's all I can do. Do we have a deal? And he stretched his hand to him.
I I guess. And he gives his hand back to you.
He
It's
stretches
it's a,
out that and says, "Okay, then make sure to keep your part of the deal, and I will keep mine.
it's gonna be that
You have
awkward
my word as a
situation.
mercenary."
It's
And he goes back to meditating.
that awkward
Nar-
situation where Nar tries to go for the handshake and the guy tries to go for the fist bump, but they just keep switching.
You see that he gets up after that and he says, "Name's Lenor." And he
that
goes back.
says Retobamnar. Retobamnar, sorry.
Even if I
Oh no,
didn't have this memory defect, I couldn't say that name. He says as he's walking back.
Eh, don't
even
blame me.
he,
Chestnut is enough, he says.
even he doesn't know. Anyway, so yeah, the rest of
When he does find when he does find the time for he does tell the Jedi that he bets is the most interesting of all of them into
Mhm.
Elena, which is the first probably the first Jedi he's going to see. The one that he thinks more competent and tell her what happened away from then. He's not going to mention the deal because the reason why he did it is because to give him to help him push himself up. He knows that if he tells this information to Elena, we're going probably to end up getting to the bottom of this. The fact that these six are here means that she is the kind of person that will go to those extremes. So he was confident on making that kind of deal to give that guy a push too. get his life to move on.
1 second. She
Yeah.
will look at Nar with a nod and just say,
Mhm.
we'll have to see what comes up, I guess.
Yeah, and after he says that she tells him that he just does a high does a small salute and goes back to practicing now a bit of because meditation's not enough, so he does a bit of his katas too.
So, uh, the rest of the journey continues without any major incident, and you reach Osus after. Let me see. There it is. After yes, after 2.5 days,
Mhm.
you're back on Osus. Um,
Mhm. So while
the new
we
the
Mhm.
newcomers seem to be, they're pulling their
Mhm.
weight. They're
Mhm.
I mean they're not doing anything to
Mhm.
make things worse. In the
Mhm.
contrary, they're trying to help however they can.
Mhm.
And it seems that this is the main thing they have in their head. Like it's the driving thought they have.
Do chores.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, as if they're
Yes.
programmed. Pretty much
Mhm.
help in any way they can.
Mhm.
Well, one thing we don't want to be is
Something
slave
to say.
drivers.
So now the moments he touched down and exit goes back to up to Jawain or whoever is there and says, "So this is the Jedi planet, the one that's the closest. You can make a
Dwayne
roll or you're gonna
just
choose."
Dwayne just straight up
Mhm.
deadpans.
Mhm.
Welcome. And then he goes off to try to find somebody to spar with. He needs to get his confidence back.
Aladdin's not gonna notice.
Nara seeing that attitude, he kind of gets that and says, "Do you want to spar?" With a smile, the bloodthirsty smile on his face.
I won't hold back.
Nara that says, it's what
I
I'm hoping
need
for.
this.
Says Nara at the same time that he takes out his sword, so and puts it over his shoulder. So where do we go?
Follow me.
Nods and follows you.
Aladdin's not gonna pay that any mind. Just fully focus on getting these people off the ship and
Mhm.
talking to and seeing like about what to do about these guys.
Just just to close this little scene,
Yeah.
Joanne and Nar, you find a few people.
Mm-hmm.
They're training. You
Mm-hmm.
find Joanne. You find the Rodian. Kelbis
Mm-hmm.
knew that you have sparred with him in the past. He's very enthusiastic about his craft with a lightsaber,
Mm-hmm.
and he's rather one of the most skilled ones
Just remember
from
to shoot first and you'll be fine.
yes, from the youngers.
Mm-hmm.
This is time.
And you
This is
can also see that there is
Mm-hmm.
an old guy there with a
Mm-hmm.
white mustache and a small
Mm-hmm.
goatee that he's just watching what's happening. He's not participating.
Yeah.
He's just he just watches.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
It's Trin. That
Oh.
is String.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You see that when you accidentally says, probably a teacher or someone saying the situation. Isn't that how you usually train the still in training ones? Just make
I
sure
was
to keep
asking
an
that
eye
out of
on that
character.
develop. Oh,
Hmm.
out of character. Okay, then he doesn't say
Uh,
anything. He
uh,
just, says he does have a kind of nostalgic smile there, like he's remembering something before
Another roll a
goes back to the.
perception check for this
Okay.
guy.
Okay. Let's see how my perception does.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Um,
16.
mhm. It's he's not trying to hide it. I mean, his demeanor. You have seen people with that kind of glare before. It's the gaze that a guy that has seen a lot of things and he's tired. He's like,
He's Elrond. It's Elrond.
yes,
Street is
Except
like
Jedi.
actually aged.
Street is
I'm
Jedi Elrond.
tired. Yeah, it's the thing that I'm really tired of all of this, but at least
Yeah.
I can do something decent here.
Okay. Seeing that Namus will go.
His His mindset is, I
He
just want to
put his
die.
short. No, he will sit. He will just bring himself right by his side and says, "So full of hope, those, right?"
Uh, he gives you a good look and he says,
Mhm. He has
"Well,
your story still on his shoulder. By the
uh-huh.
way, he's not hiding it.
Yeah,
He,
yeah,
he he doesn't have the bloodthirsty smile anymore, you know. At that, he just has
yeah,
a
yeah."
normal look.
He
And
says, "Well, uh, it happens to you when you pass the whole life in some mines, and then the Clone Wars happen, and well,
War, n- war is cruel. Everything is
yeah, it
fair,
is
and no
cruel."
one ends up caring
And
about
after
what
that,
happens
let
there.
me tell you, the Empire comes around, and the mining business becomes even worse.
It's really weird because as the conversation
You
goes
see
on, it
that
just goes to
nor
different
nor
animation
nuts and that
styles.
says. You see that nor nuts and that and says, yeah. Always whoever's left there has two options: benefit myself, benefit others. It's the choice that those that win the war, those that win the power get. Nothing we can do about it, sadly. If we stay just on that mindset, feeling sorry for not being strong enough about that, nothing will change.
I don't feel sorry. I mean, look,
That not search. I never said you felt sorry. You're clearly exhausted and you just have went through a lot of crap.
yeah, I've been
It's
running
I'm
from
saying that
things.
for because there are people that do that.
He looks at you and he says, I've
Mhm.
been running from things for pretty much my entire life. Force
Alright, that.
abilities, force abilities included, he says. Uh,
Another nurses, and that probably took a toll on you, even harder than probably all that
it
war.
did, yes. It's nice to be able to do something that potentially change things, maybe.
But the fear's still there of everything going back to what it was, right?
Nah, I'm past fear at this point. I'm
Hmm.
more of a. I'm waiting to see how things goes.
You see that Narada man says, "Thank
He's
good,"
waiting to see how
because
he goes.
Yeah.
Narada that moves his sword down and says, "Thank good." For a second, I was worried there that you would have to use some kind of pep talk and stuff like that with how exhausted you look at. Just make sure that the young ones don't see you too much, says Darius at time he goes away. That can
Oh, don't
probably
worry.
ring the doubt.
He says, "Oh, don't worry. Most of the time, I'm hiding in that little spot over there." And then he shows one of the small huts that is almost outside of the rest of the temple area.
You see the nurse smile and says, "Nice place to relax there. Call me if you feel like having someone to drink with while I'm here." He says with a smile, hand sign and goes back to Jawain and tells to him, "So, do we begin sparring or not?"
Utini.
Dark Rage.
Come on.
Yeah, he has no problem with that.
So,
Hmm.
while Nar and Jawen are sparring,
Hmm.
The rest of the crew take the six new people to Silgal,
Hmm.
and she immediately gets to work. And she says that it's going to take a while to examine them and try to see exactly what. I don't want to call it a problem, but
Hmm.
what the what is burdening these poor people?
Elena will,
Once I have some answers, I will let you know.
have, of course, also, if Brindle told her about this experimentation thing, pass that on to Shigal to see if that can aid things with her a little bit, to see if it'll help her find a root cause or something she'd look onto.
She nods. And after a bit, Kukruk shows up, approaches and says, "Everything all right?"
So.
Hmm. Want to talk about it?
I mean, if you need me to, sure.
No, no, I don't need you to do anything. I'm asking you.
Won't do me any good to withhold it this time, will it? She says with a smile.
He gives a small smile
Hmm.
back, and you see that he sits down, waiting to hear all of it. You don't actually need you know, to repeat everything that happened. Um, he listens, and at the end of your narration, he says, well, tough situation, but you managed."
I know a lot of the Jedi here would have disapproved of my resolution to the situation, but from how I felt, I didn't see it as any different to, for example, what Luke did on the Death Star all those years ago. Still,
I don't think it is for us to. I don't exactly know how to put it. A lot of things happened during the Clone Wars, after the Clone Wars, even now.
it's not for us to decide how other people should feel about the situation. Helena says with a nod.
Yes, I found that it's good to, well, trust people a little bit. Sometimes they might know something more than we do. Sometimes.
Trusting other people has never been a problem with me, and you know that, Helena says with a nod. Eventually, actually will be more open with her massive than she's ever been before, which is hard for her, but she knows she has to do it. My main issue has
Mhm.
always been trusting myself.
Yeah, well, you've made some progress on that, I guess. And you see that he gives you a smile.
Ella has a little chuckle, but progress comes.
Anyway, take some rest. Silgal is going to take care of all the others. This new guy up outside with Jawain, they're sparring.
You,
Just letting you
you,
know.
you can hear sometimes when he is firing with Jamaica a bit of laughter from him after particular
Yeah,
intense clash.
yeah, he's a peculiar one for sure. I'm more concerned about the guy he came with. Ella says, looking at Brindor and Wedge fiddling about with the ship.
Brindor, you see
Yes.
that Wedge has gone back to his mech, doing some
Mhm,
minor repairs,
mhm.
It's a
and
Gundam. Sorry.
Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. It's a fucking Gundam. Prepare your assholes, everyone. Sorry,
and
went a bit far.
after a while, it seems that he gets some kind of call and exits.
Okay.
Just a guy with a mustache is on the other end of his call going, "Is it me you're looking for?"
So, um, the day comes to a close.
Oh, by the way,
Mhm.
uh, at some point, before end of day after the spar, which he now will be saying after they're done sparring, both him and Joey say, "I knew you were a good little one. This has been a very productive day."
Why didn't I start with a lightsaber?
He was sparring with a
Although,
frying pan.
although that frying pan was a lot of fun.
Nara then smiles and says, "The moment I saw you with a frog pan is the moment I knew you were more special than I already thought. Thought to be honest, took me a while to put together that you and the other one were Jedi. So I did manage to get a glimpse of that from her. Not very good at being subtle, is she?"
Hmm.
Uh, no problem for me. That means that fight the seal that she's probably not better than you, but also good workout like you. He stretches a bit after that, and goes to Elena. He shoots the sword because he knows he's already done for a day. No sense in killing your body. So he goes to her and says, "So, seeing as you lasted longer, you're what, a higher tier than the other one or something like that? Kind of a
I
more
started with a
forcey
frying
sticker."
pan.
Not just has a smile on his face, he's clearly messing around around all of this. Or what? Because from what I've seen, his body shouldn't have taken that much of a beat down and resisted. So,
I wouldn't put it that way. I'd say our skills lie in different areas.
mm, so even this Jedi business has different approach of amplitude. It's not just enforcing yourself, moving stuff through the air, and magic to moving stuff through the air, and trying
He
to
pokes
mess
your
around with
leg.
minds.
Dwayne pokes your leg. I'm
That
not very
says,
smart.
that he looks at you and says, "Eh, nothing wrong with not being smart. I'm not smart. Probably the dumbest of my brothers."
Smart in terms of perspective, and I says with a small smirk.
You see, yeah, after you say that, Nar, Dwayne's eyes go big, and then he just walks away, and all you hear is,
He has no problem with that. He just has an even bigger smile. Good to also get him in good mood. Sparring's not good when you are so bogged down by negative thoughts and stuff like that. Got to do it with a calm mind. If not, you don't get enough, as much of it as possible.
Agreed. If you are to spar with someone that you consider a peer or someone you want to learn from, a clear mind is always best.
A clear mind is vital for any kind of warrior. So, as it is its goal, and like I told your friend, I still have no found mind. He says, flexing a bit, his hand a bit, looking at it. So, why do the Jedi still work protecting the ass of the people that at one time betrayed them?
It's more complicated than that. Let's
Eh,
just.
seems simple enough. There is not the guarantee that it's not going to happen again. So why?
I'm not the best person to talk to you about this. There are other people here more knowledgeable about the ins and outs of this than I am.
That's it. Okay, so we will be asking around two other people over that. But then again, that brings the question: why do you fight then? Because just the joy of fighting, believe me, if it wasn't because I love fighting, I wouldn't be just throwing myself at any kind of situation as a mercenary. It's not enough. The fact that I'm looking for a reason is just so I can be stronger when I fight.
Oh no, I'm getting Ulfric Stormcloak flashbacks. I fight because I fight.
No, he enjoys fighting, but he's looking for a reason to fight so he can enjoy it more. That's the thing.
The application for us is different, but many of us here, we basically fight for those who can't fight themselves.
So here and stuff like that. Okay, I
In a
can
way.
respect that.
Refers to the 6 slaves that we brought to Osis.
Yeah.
Again, and there is not like going to judge people based on that. It could be duty also the reason why she brought those six people. He's not going to make conclusions without having a good idea of the person, and that's it. So you have a here, you do it to help people. Hmm. You're going to be harder to get into an spar, aren't you? With a bit bored look on his face.
Not necessarily. I mean, I do need to practice every now and again, she says with a smile and then walks off.
That his mind says, "Good, then call me. I always love to do that." And says, "By the way, where's the closest canteen I could use for a drink?"
Follow me, she says, and she walks over. And as she walks past, he's like, "If
Like,
you're interested, if you really want to spar at me, I have a friend who's on a mission at the moment, but maybe one day when he's not busy, you might want to spar with him. He's the toughest son of a bitch I know."
we'll see if he's still around here.
Don't insult
Don't know
his
where.
mother like that!
Don't know. Don't know
Dark
where
side
the
point.
next me.
You look at another side point. Oh, look at another side point.
No,
Oh, dude,
that just
I will
responds
do
that he
all the
doesn't know.
crying to get rid of that one.
Uh, no, no, we just respond to that saying, don't know where the next mission is going to take me, so if I'm still around, sure. Oh god, that was amazing. Good. Well done, Tyrant. Uh,
Marker added.
uh,
So
mhm,
after that, during the night, Luke shows
mhm.
up and says to both Chawen and Elena that he was contacted by a mutual friend that still has some knowledge about the Black Suns and how they do things. And she pretty much told him that the Black Suns are they got wind of some dealings that were happening in the dark, trying to remain as secret and quiet as possible. But we're talking about the underworld, so they took wind of it, and
Yeah.
they were really interested to see exactly what is happening.
Hmm.
And after everything that happened, he Luke believes that it was an attempt uh, from the part of the Black Suns to find more info of what exactly is going on, so that they can hopefully profit from it.
Doesn't sound that surprising.
Not at all, but at least we know that they are not involved, as in, you know, they're more in the dark. It seems that we don't have to worry about them actively right now.
Interesting.
That being said, Silgal has already found some very interesting things, but she's not done yet. In any case, take some rest. You certainly end it. And hopefully we can talk more coming days.
Agreed. By the way, the old man mentioned he wants to speak to me about something. We could probably cover it tomorrow, Lena says with a little smile.
Yeah, it can wait. Recovery comes first.
Agreed. I need a vacation after this, Alert says with a smirk to Luke as she starts to lay down.
I have a few spots that I can recommend, but now if you go. So, Lena, you uh, you still have some conflicting feelings about what happened in your last mission, specifically of how things went in the end.
Yeah.
And maybe you're making some excuses. Maybe you are, trying to rationalize this. And you don't know how exactly. It's very hazy. You realize that you might be between sleep and sleeping state and awake.
Mhm.
And you see in front of you a complete stranger. But he's wearing Jedi robes, from what it seems like. Blonde. It's a human male. He seems to be maybe 20 something. Uh, and you hear that he says, the reason the Jedi Civil War was named as such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the Jedi. To them, they're both Jedi, just with different philosophies. Don't forget that. Tyron.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
two
yeah.
Dark Lords during the Sith Wars were both Jedi Knights. It is perhaps more amazing that some still trust Jedi after so many have fallen and endangered the galaxy. It is also proof that a single Force wielder can change the face of the galaxy, and that is a frightening thing indeed. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They're supposed to see a higher purpose in all things. I harbor doubts concerning the Jedi. And you find yourself back on your senses.
Does Elena
Looking
hear?
at the morning
Does Elena hear a distinctive bonk every time she tries to speak?
sun.
Bonk. Ding ding ding. Bonk.
Yes.
We all know what. If people follow my channel or have any idea about what it is, we all know what that conversation's from. Anyway, moving on. Elena wakes up almost confused, but also sweating buckets. Like, what the frick did I just see? And I'd say she'd unconsciously kind of set a signal out in the force, but she doesn't realize she's done that, and she's like, "What the heck?"
That's what I'm asking.
She looks out at Joanne, going, "You okay?"
You, you jumped out of your sleep and you're asking if I'm okay?
I don't know. I had another one of those visions. I saw a man in Jedi robes. He was talking about the Jedi Civil War for some reason and how many people in the galaxy don't know the difference between a Sith and a Jedi.
Lightsaber color?
No.
I don't know. I hope I didn't disturb everyone. I hope I didn't wake everyone else. She says, getting up.
I think it's just me. Don't worry about it.
She notices the Jawa cat flapping her door still swinging, and she goes, "Eh, I, I almost forgot I almost forgot about that." She says, getting up. All right.
You'll be
So,
alright, right?
I'll be fine. I just had another vision. I don't know what they mean. Perhaps I should go talk to Luke about them.
Yeah. Probably.
You sound disappointed. Are you sure you're okay?
Look. You know what you need to do. Great place to start. I just want you getting sleep.
One day I hope that will happen, but for now, seems the Force has other
you
ideas.
did get a good amount of sleep. As you can see, it's still the early morning.
Look, Joanne,
So
it's 5 hours instead of 3 hours this time, so progress.
Let's try for 8 hours next time. And you can hear the smile in his voice.
I think
Because you
7.
can't, obviously, you can't see it.
Ella just smiles and just says, "I think 7's a more achievable, it's a more achievable goal to start with."
Shoot for the stars. That way, when you miss, you get close.
I should go find Luke. I think Kakrut mentioned he wanted to talk to me anyway, so may as well get this over with.
Yeah. Get this sorted out, and then come find me.
I will do. And by the way, Joanne, the old Kakrut told me he also wants to talk to you. Not Luke. Kakrut himself wants to talk to you about something.
Oh boy. Okay.
I'll see you later.
Back at you.
okay. Brinder,
Yep.
The first thing that happens in the morning is Wedge.
Wedge happens. Okay,
Yes.
that sounds terrifying.
Oh my gosh.
Red alert! Our wedge has occurred.
Just keep him the
He
hell away
comes
from me,
next to
Brindle.
you.
That's your only job.
He comes next to you.
It's like
Um,
angels coming in Neon Genesis.
give me a
Yes.
second.
So, what does the wedge occurring mean?
He has a wedgie.
So you can see that he comes next to you. He's just wearing his you know, casual attire. Let's call it that.
So, repost the buff guy with wedge head on it.
Exactly.
Oh god.
That Frankenstein monstrosity.
He's been listening to Spinal Tap again, I can tell you that.
And I just realized that I'm still wet. Oh my god.
You're infected now.
It's too late now.
He's taken the wedge tadpole within himself.
He
So-
ate it. He didn't just open his mind to it.
Yeah. His mistake, I'm afraid.
References. Anyway, so he casually comes next to you, sits down, puts his legs on the console, drinks something. You're not sure you want to know what exactly that is that he's drinking.
Tadpole juice.
And and he says, "So, I talked with the headquarters last night. It seems we are on the right track.
Alright, that's good to know.
These guys must have been working for our guy, the one we are trying to find. So, experimenting with people. Nice.
No, that's not nice, Wedge. You need to understand, like, proper societal behaviors.
Nice. I mean, nice.
You meant
You
the
get
photo,
what I
yes.
mean, he says.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, there is no.
No, Wedge. Enslaving people and doing experiments on them is not nice.
No, Wedge. Animal
Also, have
cruelty
you
is
been
not
here
cool with the
before?
kids.
Also, have you been here before, Brindor?
On this
Osus.
on Ossus, yes, I have delivered people to Ossus before.
Ah.
Oh my
Do you
god,
think-
I'm almost just a bus driver now.
The realization.
You just see a bus pull up with James Stevens coming out the window from the Power Rangers campaign going, yeah, this is the life.
I mean, you get paid for it?
Have you
I
guys
mean,
ever paid me?
I have.
You
Maybe.
So,
Nard doesn't know
I said
you,
that like
so
a question, like, right? You do get paid for this, right?
and then what continues? So, do you think that they would let a guy like me inside that conclave of theirs or whatever it is?
I mean, until you misbehave yourself, then you might start losing limbs.
I never misbehave.
I don't think these guys ever learn, like, the stun setting on a blaster.
I don't care about people
Look, I look-
learning the stun controls of a blaster. I care about to see if there are more people like Elena in there. It's pretty, you know.
Yeah, they're more
I
like...
think that's gonna make you want to. That's gonna make you want them to be more familiar with stun settings, because otherwise, all they've got is limb chopping.
Nah, Elena can throw him into the wall until he falls unconscious. The rest of the Jedi don't have that restraint.
Listen,
No,
I'm trying
like-
to talk within the universe. They wouldn't have realistic options out there.
Other than throwing him into a wall and knocking him out, yeah.
I forgot to
They wouldn't
mention,
have
by the
realistic
way.
chances.
Yeah, and then basically,
When Elena exit the ship, she probably at some point could have seen her just making laps around the Jedi Temple and stuff like that
Oh god.
early in the morning.
well, Elena's not sleeping in the
Cue
ship.
Rocky montage.
Elena's not sleeping on the Elena's not sleeping on the ship. Elena's got her own quarters.
Demonetized.
By the way, Max,
I never said on the ship. I said oh right,
she sleeps in her own
but
quarters.
still,
She's got her own room at the temple. Why would you need to sleep on the ship?
right, right.
All
So she
right,
wouldn't see him, right?
I think we've learned that we've just gone completely off the rails this session.
Yes, we have.
We needed it. We needed it.
That's what we do. That's what we do. Anyway,
So,
yeah.
Wedge gets up after that and
Mhm.
he goes on the back. Again, you're not sure that you want to know.
Okay,
But
that's
Dark things happen back there.
yes,
Dark
you can
things.
you can hear something happening back there, but
It's not just a
you
gun.
hear and suddenly you hear
Clinking noise.
noises.
All of a sudden,
clinking
you just
noise coming from the metagame,
you
probably.
roll perception to see what he's doing, and for some reason he's in a leotard, just with flash dancing on the background. What a feeling!
It's so bad. It sounds like someone is constructing something.
So, um,
Mhm.
Elena, will you visit Luke or you are going to not for the time being? I mean,
I think,
it's up to you.
especially since she's had this vision, she will go straight to Luke's room.
Okay. He looks at you, waiting for you to finish, the whole thing. And after that, he says, had some experience with this kind of thing.
And out of
And
character.
clearly something is trying to tell you. What exactly, I do not know, but the era is pretty much in the past.
From what I can gather, the only thing I can latch onto is this happened during one. I guess one of them happened during or beforehand. The other one is clearly after the Jedi Civil War. So something around the Force is telling me something around then is it's kind of important to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, is it important for you specifically or something else? Because it could be related to someone else.
Who would I know
It's
in that era?
unclear. It's pretty unclear for the time being.
The only lead I can fully grasp from that, other than the era, is the man in the Mandalorian mask I witnessed in my first vision. Neo mentioned something about a Mandalorian Jedi, but I don't think it's him. It doesn't match from what I saw.
I only know of one Mandalorian Jedi. Can you describe a bit more what you saw the first time?
And then it will describe how she was in a group of people who would
Okay.
basically she describes the
Uh,
first vision with you know who. But I'm not going to reveal it.
yeah. He gives a nod and says, I will I will check. Come back to you with an answer.
The only thing I can grab from
Might
that,
take some time. Still, what is left of well, you know how the work is going with the new archive. It's not nearly. Wait, what? At least we've started.
Yeah,
It's not what it should be.
Yes.
yeah. I understand why you've had Carl and I looking for more stuff for you over the years. She says with a smile. As long as we've made
Yeah.
progress.
I understand that you have some other business to attend to as well, so it's probably best if
Get
you
back
take
to
it
it.
care. Yes, if you take care of it sooner rather than later.
I agree.
Hopefully, we'll have more time and more answers. So, after that point, you still have to see exactly what happened, what is happening on Tongle, Tungle, Tungil, whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it.
Toonami,
Tungi Boongi.
It's up to interpretation. Yes. Um.
Cartoon Network.
Yes. Uh,
Adult Swim.
so it's from what you see, it's not very far from the unknown destination of the shipment of people that was going to happen.
So they're probably related, yeah.
Yes, speaking.
Perfect. Speaker.
Mhm. So, uh, you can start preparing for that
Yep.
adventure, I guess. And okay,
Yeah.
Yep.
do you want to wait a few days here, do whatever you want, and then go, or do you want to pretty much stuck on, get fuels, get whatever else you need for the journey, and start right away?
Uh, whatever. Just decide in general, to be honest.
I'd say Elena is kind of like, look, she wants to do a couple of things on notice, but if the rest of the party kind of wants to get on with it, then she's happy to oblige with that.
Okay. Wedge is more leaning towards, yeah, we should prepare and go as
So
fast as we can because who knows what's happening there. And he also makes, yeah, he would actually share this. He tells you that you are not the only team that is currently working in this whole thing.
yeah,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, something that you already knew, of course, but
yeah, and I really knew it's more like, the reason why he doesn't present it's because we will be present anyway, but to at least, good at tempo we feel comfortable in his mind.
I
Mhm.
mean, Elena will obviously, after talking to Luke, to try and make Luke's task a little bit easier, she's going to tell Crook about her visions because he would know at least some of what was in the old archives to try and
Okay,
direct the search. So, of course, she will
okay,
immediately
okay.
go tell him about everything she's told Luke.
Uh, One thing that Luke is going to say is that he's going to share a few things that Silgar was able to salvage from uh, the six people that you brought there. It seems, well, he says that, yeah, it seems that there is an effort to experiment with people. And it's almost as if this is a continuation from what was happening during the dark days of during the end of the Clone Wars with the cloning processes. I don't know exactly what's happening, but they're obviously trying to find ways to. I don't know how to call it exactly.
It kind of feels like they're trying to.
Make people more inclined to do specific things.
It kind of feels like they're trying to condition them without any sort of inhibitorship analysis regarding what Kukrook told her about the clones.
Yes, this is bad. It seems that our intuition was correct. We have to get to the bottom of this. Do your best to help this wedge and Nar, which seems quite an active and enthusiastic.
He's just, he's not going to pressure stuff and stuff like that, but he's itching to get back into action.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they both seem to be decent people. I mean, as long as we keep Wedge focused on the job, things seem to be fine. I mean, seriously, I'd rather be in a room with Lando than have to deal with him for a full day again. Ella says with a smirk.
Yeah. In any case, we have our people as well working on this as we speak, and other things, of course. We were able to make some progress with our Anzati friends, I guess. But it's not for you to worry about this right now.
But I don't know. Just let me know if there's anything you need me to do on that when the time comes.
Will do. Have a safe journey, and may the force be with you.
And
And
also,
Jawain,
Yes.
don't be afraid. Um, Last time it might have been a little bit rough, but I know you always manage. Trust in yourself.
Trust in the force.
He nods at you, and he goes back. So, after the team reconvenes in the ship, I want uh, two checks from Brinder mainly.
Okay.
Use
Would this be
computer check.
use computer and pilot, I'm guessing?
Yes, yes, yes. And you're going to have some help as well from your co-pilot. Okay, you don't need too much help.
Those are pretty good rolls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll use computer just to see if you will get. Yes, you do get a help, which means a +2, which
Nice.
means a 30. Everything is fine because you needed some very specific calculations since your destination is not in a well-established hyperspace lane.
All right, so we're landing on Camino now.
So, you are moving towards there and then make a good jump towards Tungle. And it took you about a day and a half to get to this point. And as you are making as you approach and what is when you approach the Nogra and you are making the new calculations to make the jump to Tungle, you get an incoming. No one's answering it. Perfect.
Uh,
I guess I can answer it.
Okay.
yeah, exactly. There's not like interested. Like he will be leaving that to someone else. He's on the job now.
Mm-hmm. So you see that. Have you seen Card before, Brinder? I don't know. In any case, you see a human with very well kept hair uh, and the beard. And he's looking and says, new faces. Good to see, I guess.
Well, this is my old face. I haven't done anything with it.
And with a healthy amount of humor, I see. Good, you've done good this time, Elena and Joanne. You brought yourself some joy, I guess. And then you can see that the hollow picture, you know, turns and looks at Wedge that is sitting on the co-pilot seat,
What is this
watching with
monstrosity?
complete boredom and indifference. He says, "Uh-huh, interesting. So, is Elena or Joanne?
I guess so. I mean, you literally just mentioned us, so I guess we're there
Okay,
in the cockpit.
okay. So, he turns his attention to you and he says, "So, I have an interesting thing for you. I've been
Oh.
keeping, I've been keeping an eye on shady dealings and stuff like that. Luke and Mara are working closely to try and uncover as much as possible. And, well, it seems that an old friend of yours, this ex-Inquisitor, has found some kind of loot. And I informed Luke, of course, it was the first one that we informed, and he said that you are pretty close to that area, specifically on Yego. And he gives you you see that he's passing you the coordinates. It's a pretty recent discovery, so if you make haste, you might get there before here, if lucky.
Ooh. Okay. Decisions. I'm not good at decisions. I'm letting you take the wheel.
Wait, what?
Ah, Cord was.
Okay. Cord. Kyle called us,
Okay.
and he's got.
Not by the way when he heard a college just went close to there to hear what's happening. The only thing he would say is, remember that we also have a job and a time frame for that.
So what?
Right. The time frames are just like too tight for both of them. That's why Joanne can't make a decision. So Kyle called. Apparently, there is something on Iego that our uh, friendly, not quite an inquisitor, uh, is after, and he called us just in case we might be able to get there before she does. if I understand this right, Maris.
Yes, he pretty
Okay.
much says that they uncovered that it's it's her next destination. And he's like, okay, I informed the others in the temple, and they said that you should be around there. You're the closest ones there, so.
It's just like, so we're getting a time sensitive mission when we're already on a time sensitive mission.
This seems important.
And the only good thing about this instance is that they are close to each other.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Some fast calculations. The journey from Yego to Tunglu, if everything goes right, it shouldn't take more than 1 day, 1.5, maybe.
Yeah, but how long would we be staying in either location? I guess if we managed to
That
beat
is
the
unknown.
Inquisitor to Iego, that would probably be the faster thing, but we don't know what we're looking for, so thus I don't know.
You do have coordinates for both destinations, so you know roughly where to go.
what kind
But
of?
yeah,
Helena looks at Nar before making a decision. What kind of timescale are we looking at for this particular run?
GM, what is the exact time frame that we have?
the time frame. You know that you have maybe a month to get everything done. I mean, both missions at the worst.
How, yeah, how at the worst, and how much time do we have left of that?
You have spent about
Remember, a month is 35 days.
yes. You have spent almost. I'm counting right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, you have already spent about, give or take, a couple of days. You're close to 20.
We have 10 days approximately to finish the mission.
Uh,
But that mission just included those two planets, right? Charos and Tungal.
Yes.
Yep.
if I'm sure what I don't think it should take too long of a diversion for us to get that ego. And I will look at Carl and say, I'll do what I can, but I can't make any promises as to succeeding.
Suppose if we
Okay.
have a chance to finally be ahead of whatever her name is.
As soon as I
No.
If
figure,
nothing else, it'd be a good laugh.
it would be nice to get one up on her for once. Ella says with a smile.
Yeah.
Thanks for the info, Kyle. I'll let you know if I find anything.
At that, before he goes, he says, just so you know, it's pretty difficult to track down.
I would imagine, Ella says.
Yeah. Took quite an effort. I think she made the slip this time. Couldn't count on her making it again.
Agreed. The only time I can remember her making a sleep before was, well, you know about that. Ella says with a
Our
smirk.
first encounter with her.
Ella, you know about that already. Ella says with a smirk. Doesn't happen often.
Yeah, no. Well, you know how it is.
Yeah.
Old acquaintances,
Yeah.
strengthening the bonds. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. I have to see what this. I have to see what this trouble is doing back there. Before he cuts off, you can hear him shouting, "Gant!"
So when that comes up, now it's going to. So what is exactly is this that we're probably going to end up taking a few days, not too much to finish. Some kind of Jedi super mission where we get to fight some kind of tough opponent or stuff like that, or is this going to be more espionage and stuff like that, mentality and all of that?
We
It's really kind of more of a platonic rivalry.
Ooh, it's one of kind of those.
let's
So
just
it's still,
say
what kind of mission is this?
let's just say we're looking for something that someone Joanne and I have run across a number of times really wants. And this person also happens to be
I see. Go on.
a former Sith Inquisitor, if you know what one of those are.
You see the nerd was interested now, just had interested link now has his mind said, ooh, that characteristic like, ooh, no, really want to be part of this. What do you say, Wedge? Are you interested in this, or would you prefer just to relax and make sure that we are in good times?
Well, it shouldn't take us more than 5 days if things go well. And I heard the sea, right?
And I just
I'm right.
rolls her eyes like,
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Let's go.
yeah, set course for the Iego system.
Okay. Uh, it's a difficult system to get to. There's some gravitational um,
So long as there's no more
challenges.
Ghost of Droll.
There's some gravitational challenges that you have to
Mhm.
overcome, but thankfully, these have been already been taken care of because
Wait, why is this
exit
old
computer
man
of
floating?
30.
Why is this old man floating in space in a prism telling me I'm the second chosen one? I'm confused.
No. So you jump into Iego, and you can see that there is actually roll a galactic lore check.
I'm just waiting for some dumbstruck little kid to run up to her and say, "Are you an angel?"
No, I'm a devil.
Let's see. Ooh, okay.
Oh, we all have. Sorry, I forgot. Give me a second.
Holy crap! I got an 18.
I don't expect much of this one, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. So everyone who rolled above 20,
Mhm.
you know, which means Selena and Wedge apparently. Uh, PK, if you want to take a shot as well, but it's
All
not
right,
really important.
let's see what galactic lore I've got. I've got the only person who's got more lore than me is the GM.
Mhm.
So clearly, if I use a force point, I become the GM. That's just how it works.
I guess this is how it works.
But you would have to roll
You
a
mind
freer.
meld with the consciousness that is the GM. You basically synthesize. No. You control the GM. There we go.
Now
You
I
are the
have
GM.
all the crits.
You are the GM. So, um, did you roll first point or you're not even gonna bother?
No, I'm not gonna.
Okay. It's enough to get some info about the system in general. So Iego is a rather isolated system. Um, its moon is rather famous in specific
Famous in the fact that there are many of them.
yeah, and there is a rumor slash myth that some very strange and ethereal beings have made their home in one of these moons.
God
But
damn it, Anakin! No, I'm
yeah,
not an angel.
but yeah, that's about it. So you get to the planet. Um, you go to where the coordinates point at, and you're met with a rather strange sight, as in there's almost nothing there to see. Uh, uh, Closest civilization is hundreds of miles away, and you can see nothing but flora, pretty much. Just
So, is this a common thing?
jungle.
Ended up in places like this? Usually I'm used to this kind of stuff, it's just the more bloody of the missions.
uh, I don't like
Elena,
vegetables.
Yeah.
when she goes off in search of things, they're usually heavy in force energy, right?
I would believe so, yes. Either that or something of archaeological value or something from the past that could help us get some more info on something.
But even those things typically leave an imprint.
Yes, they do.
Now, out of character, GM,
Mhm.
can we use the force checks to try to locate whatever it is we're looking for?
You can always use the first check to check vibes in general. And yes, in this instance, you can try to be a little more focused to actually try and then find.
No, I'm not finding. I ain't found shit.
Oh!
I can't
Well,
comb. I can't comb this desert.
I think she got a
Okay.
dark side point for that.
yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh!
I've
Yeah,
given.
we can see the future!
Another thing that we have to clip for next time.
Yeah.
Goes without saying. Amazing.
I can't find shit. I can't find shit. What you found, Dwayne? I see everything.
So, Elena, you get some tingles, but that's about it.
The force is telling me I forgot
Uh,
to tie my shoe this morning.
yeah, Jawayne, you are uh, as you open yourself to the force, you almost immediately feel drawn to a specific location.
I
It's
think I know
as
where we need to
if
go.
it's as if you can feel where it is. You can't see it, but it's like a beacon drawing you there.
I'm gonna say this out of character.
I have never, ever, ever opened myself up like that. Wow. Force, I'm trusting in you more often.
It's a rush. It's a rush, isn't it? Alana says with a smile. What do you see?
You can see it too. Follow me.
And as follows, and basically it kind of feels like it kind of feels, if I'm going to make this joke out of character to not ruin the flow, it kind of feels like that moment when the dog runs up, like a loyal puppy runs up to its owner, and Alana's the owner going, "What is it? What is it, boy? Did Timmy fall down the well?"
And then he points, and then it's just like tick
Point, yes.
After seeing Jawain and Elena going, Nerd says, "So I take it the Jedi magic is guardian. Okay, let's trust it." Goes after them.
Yeah, let's go.
Elena just says a little off the cuff comment to Nara as they're leaving, just to try and explain it to him. Say, "Yeah, just think of it as Joanne and I are walking around with an inbuilt compass."
Nerd says, "So Jedi magic, got it."
Inbuilt compass, but yes. All Jedi have
Nerd just gives you a Nerd just gives you a look and says, "Look, can you explain it in any way that doesn't sound like you just have a voice in your head in a certain way that it's guiding you to certain places?
No.
Then it's Jedi magic for me."
Look, we all have sat nav, okay? We all have a voice in our head that just has it's really sultry, and it goes, "At the next junction, turn left."
Oh god. So,
Nerd just gives you a look and says, "Sure, just that."
so you know roughly where to go, and with Jawain's guidance, you get to the point. Let's see. So,
The 20 that
oh
destroyed
god,
the world.
that's it, guys. It's over.
It's over.
It's over. Dwayne
It's
has.
over, man. It's over.
It's over, everyone. Dwayne has found the rolling high ground.
He has found the
Unfortunately,
highest ground.
it's
Yep.
all ogre now.
I have
And
I crit on my use the force check. I have suddenly transcended all of existence.
LB deck.
Yeah, I've done that a few times. It's eye-opening.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen Olena use the force check a couple of times before. We've never seen it with Dwayne.
It's like, this is what I was really looking for.
Yeah. And then Olena gives you that knowing look and say, "Yeah, first time. It's sweet."
it's kind of weird, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So,
It's like the warm fuzzies, but without me.
Like I feel like
meditating.
for something like that, I should get like a force power or something.
You have achieved the ability of warm fuzzies. Elena doesn't have to meditate this time. You just have the warm fuzzies.
so you get to the point of interest. And yes, it is difficult for you to go there with the ship. So the best solution is to find a good place that you can land and continue on foot from that point onwards.
Dwayne already knew this, of course.
So I want two things. Actually, no. I use computer check to see how good of a. Let me. Where are you? There you are.
Pick up. Oh, it's
Oh,
Mirrors.
okay.
I was about to say, just don't roll a one.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yes, after a few calculations, you find a pretty good place to land, and now you can get back on track and start going to your destination.
Okay.
So, I want Let me see. Let me see. Where are you? Damn it. Okay. I want a survival check,
Ooh.
and I'm going to ask if you are approaching the place stealthily or full on assault mode or
So my survival's
Hon-
okay.
Honestly, that's going to depend.
Huh. Huh. Yeah, I'll go with Nozzle. Duh.
Guess I need to roll too, huh?
I
Oh boy.
mean,
Nar got a pretty good roll, to be
No
honest.
need. I rolled before I knew what Max's roll
yeah,
was.
the only reason why I'm not using force point on this is because I want to save at least 3 of them for the combat in case we need
Okay.
them.
I highly doubt extreme heat is the reason why we're rolling. So
So do I need to roll a survival?
If you can roll higher than this,
No, I
or
cannot.
I'd say that it's better for you to roll stealth if you want to
yeah,
make a stealthy approach.
Do
Yeah, my
it.
survival is like
I'm just thinking in character. Like I would do that if Elena was holding me back and saying, "Hey, okay, I know you know where it is.
Can we just take
Don't get
Brindle?
cocky."
Can we just take Brindle's roll and
Don't
just
get
have
cocky, kid.
and have it cover all of us for this one?
He rolled an 8.
It's still
yep, that's his
it's
eight.
still high. It's still higher than what many of us can roll.
Yep, for stealth, yeah.
Jawain
Oh
has
my god.
transcended. He has become one.
Jawoin today is like super motivated. That's
Swain is
part
like a
and all the time,
bloodhound.
dude.
Nothing escapes. Nothing escapes his muzzle.
Do I have to roll stealth?
Tyron stole Marissa's dice.
I am happy with that.
Yep.
Yeah, that seems
Tyra just
alright.
did that mission of Metal Gear Solid 5, where Ground Zeroes, where you have to relive the events of Metal Gear 1, and his price for completing it was the DM's dice.
Damn you, Tyron.
Give me all your 20.
I was about to say
How dare you, Tyron.
I was about to say it's about time one of us got this nat 20 crit roll run.
How dare you? So, Jawayne is like a bloodhound. He gets out and he immediately takes charge. Uh,
I mean, it's on par with the joke, you know.
What is
yeah.
it? What is it? Wait, did Timmy fall down a well?
Should I make this roll? No, I won't make it public because it will be more fun this way.
He rolls wedge rolls in that one and just trips on a rock again.
Ugh. Okay. Okay. So, you navigate through the heavily forested area. Uh, there are a lot of unknown fauna to this place. Weird colors as well. Um,
And what does the roll that I did help?
your
Did
stealth,
the
you
seven?
mean?
It's
No,
survival.
the survival.
Oh, um, uh, it's easier for you to navigate through all of
Sure.
this foliage. Uh,
Okay, just making sure.
yeah. You can navigate much easier, and with Jawayne's help as well, you have an easy time.
Mhm.
You still have to cut through some vines and stuff here and there, but nothing too difficult.
Yep.
And after a point, you see in front of you some kind of rock formation that the more closely you get, the more you realize that this is not a natural rock. And after a while, you realize that it is just overgrown, the overgrown top of some kind of quite big, a quite big building. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, I actually
Mhm.
this was actually needed. Um,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
it seems you can hear some
Mhm.
ramblings, some you can detect some kind of movement here and there in the jungle, but
Mm.
nothing, uh, nothing to worry about. And let me make one more check. Okay, perfect. All right. So
Mhm.
now that you're approaching this quite huge building, um, you have you begin to find a small problem. Number one,
Mhm.
it doesn't seem to have an entrance.
Okay.
It seems smooth on all sides.
Okay. Say all the problems before I begin to, because
Um,
you imply there's more than one.
mhm. Well, number one is that. Number two, force people. Make another use the force check.
Force people. You know, they know what
Yes.
we
Mhm.
are now.
Okay. 38
It's an 18.
and
Okay.
41.
Yeah. You both can feel the concentration of the force in this place. It is almost overwhelming. And the last roll that I want now is a
Mm.
perception check from everyone.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. Okay, we have everyone's.
I'm getting mine out.
Mhm.
You,
Oh,
you can see the
Bob.
future now.
I
Yeah,
stole
he
the
can
dice
see the
from
future.
Byron.
That's okay.
Sharing is caring.
He's willing to share on like the GM.
God. So, Brindor, you can
Hmm.
see that there are four places around this huge dome um, that seem to be, yes, they are overgrown, but it seems to be some kind of. You can see that underneath it, there's something carved there.
It says
Um,
return to sender.
so as you start um, clearing it out from
Mhm.
all the overgrowth, you can clearly see that there are four circular sigils diametrically put around uh, this huge dome. And with the first check that you have rolled, you get the feeling that they should be interacted with in order to gain access.
Hmm.
Okay.
So touchy.
Who rolled higher? Elena
Yeah.
rolled higher. Okay, yes,
Mhm.
it's a 38.
She's burping right now.
Yep.
Oh no. Burping.
Yep.
So pick a Tyrion. Max, it's up to you to entertain everyone. As I will be burping real quick myself.
God damn it! You're leaving the most awkward people in charge. Uh,
Hello, kids. Welcome to the Max, Tyron, and Pika Entertain Everyone show.
where we have no idea what to say. Oh god, why did I just say that?
Why did the people we need most go and burn?
Because it's our luck. It's our horrible luck.
What horrible luck. I rolled 220, sir. I don't
I
hear anything
mean,
about bad luck.
I
True,
perceived the world.
true. You're right. We stole the D20s from the GM. That's always a positive.
I think Court's back. Maybe.
So. Does anyone have the chat to know if we're boring people? Because
That's a
I
good
forgot to
question.
open
Is
I'm
it.
back.
anyone even watching?
Oh, we're back. He's like, no more awkward conversation. Yay!
Is Kurt back?
I don't think so.
I think he just did. Yeah.
He's back.
So Kurt,
Yeah.
um, there are 4 circular sigils around the huge dome of the temple,
Okay.
or whatever this is. And from the use the first checks that you have rolled, it seems that you have to interact with those in some way in order to open the
I
path ahead.
Elena looks at Joanne and mentions Luke mentioned to her about a temple on Lothal that requires a connection between master and student to reveal the temple. Maybe it's something similar to that. So if the two of us walk up and use our connection to the Force to interact with it together, maybe I could do something.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay. So, each of you takes position, or is okay. Are you going to try it one at a time?
We'll do it at the same time because that's what Luke told Elena about Lothal.
Okay. You can also okay. You can also surmise. Actually, let's make the first roll. So, I use the force from both of you. Ooh.
Where were these rolls? Last time!
Exactly.
Okay.
No word, sadly, to be seen. So, Well, they when whatever it is that they are going to do, gone. Sorry.
So,
Mhm,
as Jawen and Elena take positions,
mhm,
each of them in uh, one of the circular
mhm,
sigils, and they begin concentrating, you can
mhm.
see, you can feel a rumble, and you can see the dome almost by itself rising up. Uh,
So, mhm.
and you can see a faint light coming off from all around, uh, and not it's there is no actual circle there, on the ground, I mean,
Mhm.
but there is a small circle of light around the temple right now.
So Nargi says to Rinder, so how common is saying this kind of stuff when working with these two?
Wedge just takes off his sunglasses and wears them,
Yeah, I imagine that he does that. That's why I'm
and
making small
with
conversation to Rinder.
and with a nod, he says, "Cool."
All right.
So Rinder, there's an answer. Got it.
Nope.
So, there is an entrance there. Now it is quite a big entrance, and people can get in.
The moment the air stops rumbling, Nar just casually begins walking there.
Mhm. So, as you're approaching, when you reach near the entrance,
Mm-hmm.
yes, because the first checks are quite high enough. Uh, both Ellen and Zawain, you know that people that are unable to use the Force might have major issues in there.
Elena, after opening the temple, will turn to the others and say, I don't know if all of us will be safe in here, so I think it might be best for Joanne and I to enter alone, and the rest can keep watch.
Then Nars asks, any reason in particular?
I just get apparently from what I know of these
Things like
places.
this tend to happen when the Force is involved.
Oh, more Jedi magic. Got it. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll wait outside.
Do you
I'm
need a
going to.
magazine while you wait? I've got plenty.
No, that says nah.
Some of them are quite the interesting read. I nicked
He's.
them from
Yeah,
the
I'm
notes.
going to be rolling every once in a while knowledge tactics to, so he begins to see in case the other party that we heard either appears from inside or out or around us. He's going.
Yes,
I'm going to
absolutely
be
keep
rolling
watch for them.
tactics. Yeah.
We
I'm going to keep rolling tactics to see and perception to see
Yeah.
if anything appears. So
once once we enter the
every
temple.
once in a while that enough time happens, yeah,
Mhm.
remind me and I roll it.
Brindor, with your perception, you
Yes.
get some weird vibes.
Oh no, not weird vibes.
Yeah, it seems like everything is avoiding this place. You can hear, the sounds of life going on in the forest, but not near where you
All
are.
right. I'll warn the
And you
two
also
Jedi
It's
see
a it's
about
a it's
the
a it's a
bad
muggle
vibes.
repelling charm.
you can you can you can
Yeah.
also see some branches a bit, you know,
Figure you get a kick out of that one, Max.
uh, recently broken. It seems. You can
Like,
definitely
are you saying I'm
see.
seeing signs of large creatures in the area?
Yes, you can definitely see signs of large creatures in the area, and in the area that you particularly are, you can see that something was moving around the area you are now rather recently.
Guys,
A survival check would be
Do I need
a
to make
survival
another
check.
one?
we might
Yes,
be at something's nest. Something big.
oh, oh.
Oh.
I
So
don't see anything
yes,
wrong.
with Brinder's perception, you can definitely see signs of something that has. You can see signs of movement around, but you don't
Yeah.
know exactly what. It
It's a,
doesn't seem it is huge, specifically here, but yeah, you don't really know.
we are in the nest of the Galaxy Ewok.
So, Jawayne and Elena,
Hmm.
Trust in the force, trust in yourself, trust in the force, trust in yourself, trust
I
in
am one with the
are you
Force is with
entering?
me. Yeah.
Okay. You enter inside, and the moment you walk in, you feel rambling again, and you can see. Uh, well, in front of you, there is a huge, huge hall made of stone. It's really huge. A lot of pillars, and you can see different. You can see a door on the other end, and
And then immediately goes,
light is light can does come through from very small. You're not exactly sure how light finds a way to come in here because you don't see. You have no direct line of sight to the outside world, let's say, from in
yeah.
here. But yeah, you can see from uh, right and left from the pillars that definitely there are some ways for light to come in here.
And then looks at the inscription at the door and she says, "Speak, friend, and enter." Huh.
So you step inside, and you can see that there is a staircase that goes down the hall and leads towards the other end.
Well, not exactly the vacation that I had thought about when Luke offered it to us, but I guess this will have to do what I says with the smirk to Joanne as she starts walking down.
Okay.
Dwayne keeps up with her, but he does speak up. Um, did you consider that we may have just done all the hard work for the Inquisitor to come in after us?
It's possible. It is. It depends on how quickly she gets here. Right now, from what Brindle,
I don't like those chances.
but as of right now, from what Brindle told us, I think she's the least of our problems. We better get this done as fast as possible.
Yeah, because that doesn't raise alarms at all either. And then just continue walking.
Okay. When you find yourselves are somewhere around the middle of the hall, you hear the rumble again, and you can feel this whole thing that you're now standing in going back on the ground. And as this happens, Brindor,
Yeah.
you immediately hear movement from up above. And as you turn your gaze there, you can see that at the top of the dome, that is almost completely um, hacked by uh, huge trees, you see a figure uh, jumping down in front of the entrance that is rapidly going underground again and slips in.
Okay.
It's amazing. Let me post this because I can't. I literally can't at this point. Let me find it because of course I took screenshots. Yes, there it is.
Oh no.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the stealth roll.
So he had no chance, is what you're saying.
Mhm. Are you? Look,
No, I'd have to use a force point.
can a nat 20 just get him
So
anything from that because he did roll a nat 20?
yes, he got a few things. He got uh, well. He doesn't know exactly what he got because the survival check was not that high.
Mm-hmm.
It was shit.
But he certainly did get things that are going to become much clearer very
Alright,
quickly.
I'll alert the party about the mysterious thing I am somewhat seeing but not quite seeing.
You definitely
wait,
see a
both.
figure descending, falling from the dome,
Mm,
descending, sliding off the dome,
mhm.
and quickly getting inside the temple. The entrance before it goes beneath the ground. So,
So at that, if not, when Rindor says, so what do? We keep waiting here and hope that we can catch them when they exit and that the other two do well by their own? Or do we try to see if we can force an entry? What do you say? You have probably more experience than I do. We haven't been in the rebellion and all of that.
Wedge just says, I have a bad feeling about this. And Brinder, once again, you perk up immediately. You are fairly sure that you can hear the sound of speeders coming your way.
Oh, we've got company. Alright, set some mines out and
Hide in the trees that are coming back down.
So you see
Meanwhile,
that not just takes his sort of
yes.
says, "So I am the distraction, right?" With a smile there on his face.
Wedge, actually,
Mhm,
we'll see what Wedge
mhm.
is going to do because,
Yeah.
It's time.
yes, it is
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
And the last thing
Mhm,
that happens is as Elena
mhm,
and Jawayne
mhm.
are moving towards the temple and you hear the rumbling, you
Yeah.
hear
The.
a
Mhm,
voice behind you and says, ah, good, you finally showed up. And I was getting a bit anxious that no one would
mhm.
come and I wouldn't be able to gain access here, but everything worked fine in the end.
Why am I
It's also
not?
What
funny that
did
it is.
I tell you?
I wasn't.
I
I
mean,
wasn't
this is
disagreeing.
typical storytelling.
Yeah. I mean, I was waiting for that. It's one of the reasons why I wanted the time to be a bit more Thai, so we wouldn't ruining her plans, forcing her to force her hand. To be honest.
It's almost as if I expected this, Helena said with a small smirk.
I'm not sure if I should feel happy about you being the ones that came here, but I'm not complaining.
I guess it'll all depend. What are we
And
looking for?
and he takes a few steps closer at the top of the staircase and says, "So, I suggest you be Um, I suggest that you will step down and let me conduct my business in here. You might actually tag along and learn a few things, but I'm getting what's inside this place.
What are we looking for?
We're looking for. You see that she does a small tilt with her head and says, "Actually, first, I want your word that you're not going to do anything rash, and then I will tell you."
Can we give her our word?
Mhm.
You know us, Bob. You know us better than that. Elena says with a smirk.
We let you get away last time. We even helped you.
Yes, that is the only reason I'm entertaining talking with you right now.
Oh,
Seem
please, you
more
like us
reasonable.
better than that.
When haven't we helped you?
Yeah. So,
The first time you encounter.
We helped
here's
her
the
by
thing.
letting her live.
True.
I believe that this place has some crucial parts of a map of sorts,
What kind of map?
and I want this.
That's already sounding very similar to last time.
Oh, yes. That's the problem when you're searching blind. You don't know exactly what you will get and if this is going to be actually helpful to what you are searching for. But this time I have a very good feeling.
But it is helpful to what we're searching for.
And last time
Yeah,
you didn't?
let's say that.
It's playful banter, obviously.
Yes. Yeah, you can see that she's entertaining this this whole conversation. It's like, well, I did feel good about it last time, but this time is different. I'm certain.
Certain.
Yes.
All right.
So we have a deal.
For now.
Yes. We'll tag along to make sure you don't do anything stupid. And so long as your aims here aren't ultimately destructive, which I guess I'll still just have to trust you on that part. We want to see what you leave with, but I
Uh, she
don't yet
starts
see a reason to
descending.
stop you.
She starts descending the stairs, and she says, "Huh, as if you would know what it is, even if you saw it."
You give us too little credit. Elena says, smirking.
I'm not so sure. We'll see. I have. I'm struggling to actually request your lightsabers as well to make this as safe as we can.
Why shouldn't we request yours instead?
Last I checked, there's two of us.
Hmm. You think you can take me on?
How about we just trust each other for now, as we have before? Okay?
Persuasion check.
Great. This is not going to go well.
Nope.
I'll do my persuasion check as well. So I'm going to support that if I can. My persuasion check's superior.
Oh,
Holy
Oh
crap!
my god!
I do the customary Jolie eyebrow wiggle.
okay. What are you saying? Because
I am the force, and the force is with me.
Kind of. Look, we've had hard time going in the past. Last time didn't work out so well for you, and it seemed, and as it proved at the time, we still helped you regardless, as has been our relationship ever since. And to be honest with yourself, when haven't I helped you when we've run into each other? Even when it was just me.
stands there for a bit and then says, "Very well. I will ga- I will go against my better judgment and take your word for it. Hmm. Who knows? You might be of help in here. It's supposed to be a dangerous place, after all."
And we might all learn something.
And besides, you needed us to get in, you'll need us to get out as well.
Hmm. Roll a perception check. That is the last thing we're doing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Force point that.
Yeah, well, I don't need for
So
anything
now it's
else.
automatically a 30. And now it's a 35.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Even behind the mask, you have something tells you that she's hiding things.
What a shark.
Since we're trusting each other, you may as well trust us with everything. Don't deny it.
Okay, so you're not. You will not try something.
I'm not gonna try anything. I'm just gonna be giving her a look and say, and since we are trusting each other, we may as well trust each other with everything. For what it will be more helpful for us to do so.
For
So
example, we only know about this place because
because
We were originally planning.
how do I word this?
We only know about this place because originally we were just gonna do. We were already on a different mission, but we got a tip from a friend of mine who has some decent knowledge about these places.
are you referring to me?
Believe it or not, yes.
I would be very disappointed if it was otherwise.
Who else would I
I
trust with
got
this?
here. I got here a few days before, and I couldn't gain access. It needs at least two people, and yeah. So I decided to take a risk. Let word slip out and see if I can catch anything. And here you are. You Jedi are nothing if not predictable.
Same goes for you, Inquisitor. Most of you Inquisitors as well. Former Jedi and all that. Oh, that says with a smack.
I've never was a Jedi, and I never get to be officially an Inquisitor.
But nevertheless, still predictable.
Well, maybe. And she starts moving towards the other end and says, "So, Stay close. Don't get any funny ideas.
Us?
And
Funny ideas? Pfft.
You're lucky I didn't bring neither the Twi'lek or the Ewok with me this time.
and
No, you brought someone that first reaction when she gets out with you is going to be, so do I cut her down or not?
and with that, the three force sensitive people are moving towards this temple and whatever is hiding. And the other three are outside waiting for who knows what.
Mugs to cut.
Exactly. Maybe. Who knows? They have a cave throne. Um, so, this is where we'll pick up next time.
Mm-hmm.
As the DM has found a
So,
way to forcibly split the party.
I mean,
They could have technically all come in with us, but
I mean, we did left it in
I'm
your
at this
choice.
point. I'm actually glad that it's just us two because that was a lot. I bet you anything, it would have been a lot more difficult to talk.
No.
Whatever her name is. That's my goal for this mission. Finally get her name.
mhm, okay. You
Her
might
name is
actually
What's Her
succeed.
Face.
You might actually succeed this time. Who knows?
Especially
It
since I got
depends on
nat 20
how this goes.
especially since I got nat 20 on persuading her to work with us equally.
Yeah, let's say okay. Let's finish. Let's end the stream here.
Yeah.
Next
So
time, same bat place, same bat channel.
Yep.
we just get the final cutscene of we just get the final scene of the session being Elena winking at the camera. All according to Keikaku.
God.
Anyway, see you later, everyone.